Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello! And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next, we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up, push in our chairs. And let's begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then, let's go down low. Touch our toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave. Side to side. And then back down to touch our toes once more. And now hands on hips. Let's have a wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And next we can go round and round. Round and round. And stop. Back the other way. Round and round the other way. Stretch our spines. And stop. And to finish, we're going to do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in our previous English lesson, we learnt about the ending sounds of words. Now, who can remember the ending sounds we produced? CK was one, and then the other ending spelling, just C. They both produce the sound, ready, guys? K. Where's that end? K. We have 2 ways of spelling them. The first way, C, K. And the second way we learned was simply just C. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a game activity to see if our students can remember the correct spellings of some of the words. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write some of the words on the board, but there will be missing letters. And then I'm going to invite students to come forward, correctly spell the word, and then we can practice speaking it together. So let's see, we need our first word. Okay, so let's see who can remember how to spell this word correctly. And the first student is Lakgao. So Lakgao. Let's see what word Lakgao can come up with. See if she can remember from the previous lesson. So we've got D and K, but what comes in between? Can you? O, yes, O is a good start.
C.
And then C. So you see the correct spelling, and we have the word dock. D-O-C-K, dock. So you can see how CK produces that spelling and sound. Lakgao, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Lakgao, guys. But remember, we had another way to produce the sound too, and that was with just the C. So let's see who can remember how to spell this word. Okay, so now for our next student to practice the spelling of this word. And the pen is now with Pangpon. So Pangpon, come forward and demonstrate the correct spelling of the words on the board. So this time, what letters do we already have, guys? P-L. But what letters are missing? A, S, T, I, and then C. So this word, plastic. You see, just the C, but when it's the end sound, it's the same. Dock. Plastic. Excellent. Well done, Pangpon. Very well spelt. High five. Big round of applause for Pangpon, guys. So see the relationship. Two different spellings, but the same sound. And let's do some more. Okay, and now it's Prau's turn to come forward. This time we have the first two letters, but we're missing the end sounds. Prau, can you remember how this word ends? Let's see, we have D-U, but what letters do we need? C-K. D-U. C-K. Excellent. So you can see the CK sound produces both words. This one, duck. Dock. Duck. Dock. Same sound. Prau, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Prau, please, guys. Now let's have a look at our next word. Okay, now it's Down's turn. And this time we have different letters missing from each part of the word. Let's see if Down can remember our word. What's the first letter of this word, guys? P, yes. So let's see, Dan, can you spell the word correctly? We have P, I, C, again. N, I, C. So this word, picnic. Picnic. So you see the C sound comes twice, in the middle and at the end. One more time, guys. Picnic. Plastic. Picnic. Excellent, Dan, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Down, please, guys. So let's do some more. Okay, our next word and our next student. Let's see if Net can remember the missing letters for this word. So Net, please come forward and bring the pen. So this time we have two letters missing in the middle of the word. We have N and K. But what comes in between? Can we do E and then C, because it produces the CK ending. C, K. Excellent, Net. So we've got neck. Neck. Yes, this is our neck here. Can you say, Net? Neck. Excellent. That was brilliant. Well done, Net. And a big round of applause for Net. Now, for Nadia. Nadia, can you join me at the front of class, please? Now for our next C ending word. We've got our first letter, M. M, then U. U, S, I, C. And this word is music. Music. Yes, so you can see like picnic, plastic. The C letter on its own sometimes can produce the same sound. So Nadia, very well done, that was excellent. Okay, big round of applause for Nadia, guys. Let's do one more of each. So let's see, we need another CK ending. I know. One's for Pat. So Pat, can you bring your pen forward? This time we have the two middle letters. We need the first letter and the end. So can Pat come forward and demonstrate how to spell this word? What do we think, guys? Any ideas? R. Yes, R is correct, Pat Boom. R, O, C, K. Perfect. Rock. Yes. Rock. That CK ending produces the K. Rock. Excellent, Pat. That was very well done. High five. Big round of applause for Pat, guys. And then our final C ending we can have. This one is with Pak Bung. So Pak Bung, come and show us how to demonstrate to spell this word. Any ideas, guys? Magic. Correct. Well remembered down. But how do we spell magic? M, A, G, I, C. And we can say magic. Magic. Perfect, Pak Bung. Well done. High five. Big round of applause for Pak Bung. So we can see how the different end letters produce the same sound. Let's practice speaking one more time. Dock. Duck. Neck. Rock. CK endings. K. But then, plastic. Picnic. Music. Magic. C on its own at the end of the word will also produce the same sound. Guys, that was brilliant and very well remembered. And we're going to move on in today's English lesson and look at different types of adjectives. Now remember, an adjective is a describing word. For example, we could use an adjective such as big. Okay? Big is the adjective. But what about if we're talking about bigger? Yes. We have to move the adjective into something called the comparative. And comparative means when you compare two objects. And what we need to do is we need to expand on the adjective. So for example, big, B-I-G, before bigger, we need to add some letters. Yes. For example, teacher is big. I am big. But then, when I talk about myself and compare with you guys, I am bigger. I am bigger than you. Or let's use another example. Small. Smaller. My students are smaller than me. So for smaller, S-M-A-L-L-E-R. Adjective. Comparative. And there's one more group of words we're going to look at when we talk about the extreme. We don't say bigger. We could say, not quite. We still stay with big. Biggest. Okay? So you see how we start with the adjective big. And then comparative, when I talk about myself in relation to you guys, I can say, I am bigger. But to use the superlative and talk about everybody in the room, I am the biggest in the room. Agree? Am I the biggest? Yes. So we can go adjective, big. Comparative, bigger. Superlative, biggest. And what we're going to do now is take a look at a PowerPoint presentation for our students to begin to understand the relationship and the differences, because it's not always this simple, to produce adjectives in the comparative and superlative form. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, comparatives and superlatives. Yes, these are different types of ways we can use adjectives. Remembering, guys, adjectives describing words. We can use the comparative adjectives, more and less, to describe things. Yes, more, less. Then two words we can use to describe the relationship between objects. For example, the bag was more expensive than the pen. The bag cost more money, so we say more expensive. Yes, that's how to use a comparative with more. But the other side, we could say the pen was less expensive than the bag. Yes, more than, less than. Yes, when we talk about price or the amounts of things, more than means a greater amount. Less than means a less amount. And these are comparatives. Another example, my bed is more comfortable than the chair. Yes, my bed, if I lie on my bed, it's more comfortable. It feels nicer than the chair. So we can say more comfortable. But then to swap it around, the chair is less comfortable than my bed. You see, the relationship more than, less than. More than means more. Less than means less. And these are the comparative adjectives because we're using the relationship between two objects. And then we can use the superlative adjectives, the most and the least, to describe extremes. Yes. Now this is when you've got a number of objects and you want to talk about the one with the greatest property. We don't say more than, we say the most. We don't say less than, we say the least. For example, this was the most expensive bag in the shop. Yes, out of all of the different bags in the shop, this one cost the most money. So we say the most expensive. Superlative, the most. And then, when we go from the most, the least. The pen was the least expensive pen in the shop. Yes, it cost the least amount of money. So we say the least expensive. Another example, my bed is the most comfortable bed in the house. Yes, out of all of the beds in my house, there's 4 beds. My one is the most comfortable. So superlative adjective, the most. But then this chair, not very nice to sit on. We say, this is the least comfortable chair in the room. Out of all the chairs in the room, about 15 chairs, this is the least comfortable. So we use superlatives when we talk about extremes, the most and the least. But then, for comparative adjectives ending in Y, we use IER to describe things. Remember, guys, letters ending in Y, what do we have to do sometimes? Delete the Y and then add our other letters. Like for comparative adjectives, IER. Example, the adjective happy. When we use the comparative, the boy is happier than his friends. You see the comparative form, we delete Y and add IER. Pretty. The girl is prettier than her sister. Yes, and the word pretty, what does it end with? Y. So what do we need to do for prettier? Delete Y, IER. Yes, adjectives that ends in Y, add IER for the comparative. Funny. The clown is funnier than teacher. I think the clown is funnier than me. So you see, funny, what's the last letter of funny? Delete Y, and then IER for funnier. But then superlative adjectives ending in Y, we delete Y, but we don't add IER, EST to describe extremes. So let's have a look. Now we have happy, but no longer happier. Happier is the comparative. The superlative, he is the happiest boy in the school. Out of all of the boys in the school, he's the happiest. So that's the superlative. It describes the extreme. And you see, for happy, delete the Y, I-E-S-T. Happiest. Pretty. She is the prettiest girl in the village. Yes, is she pretty? She's very pretty. She's the prettiest girl in the village. But you see what we have to do with the adjective pretty to change it to superlative. Delete Y, I-E-S-T. Prettiest. And let's have a look at one more example. Funny. The clown is the funniest person I know. Yes, out of everybody I know, the clown is the funniest. So that's the superlative adjective. And once again, the adjective ending in Y for the superlative, delete Y, I-E-S-T. Any questions, guys? No. Okay, so I hope you're beginning to understand the relationship adjective, comparative, superlative. So well done, that was excellent. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so they can begin to understand the relationship between comparative and superlative adjectives and how we have to change the spellings and the word form to talk correctly. We've got a flash activity coming up for our students to practice forming the sentences together. But first of all, guys, stretch sequence. So let's stand up, push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So listen carefully. Teacher says, hands on head. Teacher says, touch your knees. Teacher says, touch your toes. Stand up straight. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, stand on one leg. Teacher says, raise your arms. Teacher says, wave your arms. Teacher says, swap legs. Teacher says, hands on head. Swap legs. Well done, guys. Teacher says, stand. Arms by your sides. Teacher says, arms by your sides. Teacher says, turn around. And teacher says, turn the other way. Teacher says, into a little ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. And teacher says, sit down. So now we've got a flashcards activity for our students to practice forming sentences using superlatives and comparatives. So what we'll need to do soon is put our students into teams of 2 or 3, depending on class sizes. But first of all, we need to practice speaking the sentences. So teachers, what you'll need to do is print off each of the sentences on the plain pieces of paper. Have our students practice speaking and then place them on the board. So when they come to form their sentences, they have an example of what to do. So first of all, guys, the bag was more expensive than the pen. More expensive. Comparative. Our next sentence. My bed is more comfortable than the chair. More comfortable. Comparative. The chair is less comfortable than my bed. So this time, less comfortable. Comparative. Now for superlative. This was the least expensive pen in the shop. Least expensive, superlative. And there's 6 sentences in total. The boy is happier than his friends. Comparative. And using the word happy, we delete the Y, I-E-R. And now for our final sentence. She is the prettiest girl in the village. Prettiest, superlative. We take pretty, delete the Y, I-E-S-T. So guys, here we have 6 sentences on the board. What I'm going to do now, put you into teams. You will have these sentences behind you, but the words are cut out and jumbled up. Our students need to work together to put the sentences in the correct order. Once they've done it, they can raise their hands. I will come and check, and they can practice speaking. Then when everyone's done, we can swap and play again. So, Lakgau, Bangpon, you can be team number 1. Prel, down, team number 2. Net, Nadia, team number 3. Pat, Pakbung, and Chu, team number 4. But remember guys, when I give your sentences, you must wait until I say go, so it's fair for everybody. Team number 1, you can, not yet, wait till teacher says go, because it's not fair. Don't touch guys until teacher says go, because it's not fair otherwise. Team number 3. And team number 4. Okay, so you have your sentences on the board. When you've put them together, right, raise your hand. I'll come and check, and we can practice. Team 1, ready? Team 2? Ready. Team 3? Ready. Team 4? Ready. Team 4? Go! So you have 6 choices. Okay, excellent. The bag was more expensive than the pen. Excellent. She is the prettiest girl in the village. Excellent, guys.
The boy is happier than his friend.
Perfect. My bed is more comfortable than the chair. Excellent, guys. Very well done. So now, everybody collect your words and pass them to the team to your left. And we'll have another round now. Pakbung, I'll take yours. And I will pass to Lakgau. But remember, guys, once you get your words, don't touch until teacher says go. So teachers, you can pause the video in your classroom now, and you can play on for around the next 10 minutes or so. Remember, after everybody has done it correctly, have them practice speaking, and then change the sentences so they get a chance to play with the different sentences. So team 1, ready? Team 2? Team 3? Team 4? Go!
The bag was more expensive than the pen.
Excellent, guys.
The boy
is happier than his friends. Excellent, guys. My bed is more comfortable than the chair. Excellent.
She
Is the prettiest girl in the village. Excellent, guys. Well done. So once again, next round, guys, pass your words onto your team to the left. Just to lack out and bang on. Okay, so everybody ready with their new sentences? Team 1 ready? Team 2? Team 3? Team 4? Go. That's it. Good idea. Find your adjective.
My bed is more comfortable than the
Chair. Perfect. Okay. She prettiest girl in the village. Excellent, guys. The bag was more expensive than the pen. Excellent. The boy is happier than his friends. Excellent, guys. Well done. Okay, let's play one more round. So again, to your friends on the left. Team 1 ready? Team 2? Team 3? Team 4? Go. Okay, final round, guys. Let's see. But don't worry about being quick. Be correct. Happier than his friends. Excellent, guys. She is the prettiest girl in the village. Brilliant. Well done. My bed is more comfortable than the chair. Excellent, guys. Well done. The bag was more expensive than the pen. Excellent, very well done. Guys, that was a brilliant job and very well played, and everyone spoke correctly too, so well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So make sure all of our students have one worksheet for themselves. And what our students need to do is look at the sentences that I've put on the worksheet. All the words are in the wrong order. What our students need to do, similar to the flash activity, arrange them into the correct order by reading them underneath. And we have some examples on the board for our students to follow. So give them around 10 minutes and just monitor the class with anything they need. What's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top. So that go for you. You're welcome. Here you go, Pro. You're welcome. For you, down. You're welcome. Net, here's yours. You're welcome. Nadia, you're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Pak Boong, here's yours. You're welcome. And Chew, for you. So the first one, expensive bag. And it's a good idea, guys, when you've used your word, cross it out, because each word only uses once. Some sentences have the twice, so you'll see the appear twice. For example, the least, the shop. So we need the twice. The bag was more expensive than the pen. This is a good activity for our students to think about how to construct sentences in English using the correct words in the correct places. Perfect. Well done, Prel. Excellent, Tam. Well done, Nadia. Net, very good. The bag was more expensive than the pen. She is the prettiest. Number 2, she is the prettiest girl in the village. You remember that girl from the PowerPoint before? She is the prettiest girl in the village. Well done, Ned. Dan, the pen. Excellent. And the next one, the girl, or she is, Ned, she is the prettiest girl in the village. Superlative, prettiest. Pretty, adjective. Prettier, comparative. Prettiest, superlative. She is the prettiest girl in the village. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to arrange the sentences containing comparative or superlative adjectives in the correct order. My students here all did a great job, and we're going to practice speaking one more time now. So ready, guys? The bag was more expensive than the pen. Yes. She is the prettiest girl in the village. The boy is happier than his friends. This was the least expensive pen in the shop. The chair is less comfortable than my bed. My bed is more comfortable than the chair. The clown is the funniest person I know. And finally, he is the happiest boy in the school. Guys, that was excellent. Very well done. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and found it interesting, and now begin to understand the relationship between adjectives, comparatives, and superlatives. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.